Howdy fucking cutie guys. Dead and laughing, Mr. Crude here, Mr. Dead Guy, Mr.
Dead Guy?
Dead Guy. No, from New York. Dead Guy.
Your inner Jewish is coming.
Dead Guy. And what's your co-host, Gap? Gapeful. Oh, there he is. Press the plus sign.
Wow, all of a sudden. Oh, disclaimer, music you're listening to today is Ministry. Album is The Mind is a Terrible Thing. You like it, check it out. You don't like it, you're fucking problem.
Hey, what's up, bud?
What's up, guys?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Perfectly.
Cool. What's
So,
up?
Not much. Our understanding is that you're traveling right now, right?
Yeah, out camping for the weekend and hanging out here and yeah, a little bit away from home. So I didn't have reception most of today, but got to the hotel and yeah.
Do they have Wi-Fi?
Yeah, they got Wi-Fi, but I'm on the cell network. So let me know if it drops or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, we'll let you know for sure.
Sorry there. I glitched.
So, yeah, are you traveling for an event for your work, or is it for vacation wise?
Sort of. We're doing a couple things, but you know, we're meeting up with a few people we work with and picking up some sculptures. So
Okay.
so yeah, getting some new stuff released soon. You know, Halloween's coming up. So yeah.
I could imagine you guys are gonna get extremely busy.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely been picking up. It always seems to pick up, like, yeah, the closer it gets, the more orders, people wanting stuff right before Halloween. You guys, yeah, you got your costumes figured out?
Yeah, I'm gonna look like what's underneath this? Just regular old asshole. That's my costume.
Just the brown,
just the
brown ball.
I'm just gonna get a big brown paintbrush, put some brown paint on it, smack it in my face. I'm good.
And there you go. I mean,
What
usually,
the fuck is wrong with me?
usually I do a clown, which is this one, or another clown. But I've been thinking about other things such as Jack Sparrow.
You do a clown? That's a different thing you're doing on Halloween.
Jeez, Crude. But yeah, I mean, we're planning to do something as well for the show, but there's just things in the air. We don't know exactly what we want to do. I know last year, I mean, COVID happened, so nothing was going on at all whatsoever. So
Yeah.
it sucked. We tried really hard to see if anything was going on, but nothing happened. It sucked ass. We hated it. It was miserable. But we'll see what happens. So yeah, let's start with you, dude. Let's start with your name. What do you do exactly? And you know, how you start with your story as well afterwards.
Name, height, blood type,
Oh man. Oh man. No. So my name
STD
is
history, anything.
so my name's Arthur Donaldson, and I own a company called Savage Silicone. We make silicone masks, silicone props. We do like a lot of collaborations with a lot of types of artists, and I don't know if you had a chance to check out our page and kind of see what we so it's the page on Instagram is just savage.silicone, savagesilicone.com. We got all our masks up and whatnot. I try to put out new stuff every day, like either paint videos or movement videos or new products. So as far as how like myself, and you guys can stop me if you got specific questions, but like I've been making silicone masks and probably for the last 10 years, and it's a craft that takes a long time to get stuff where you want it to be. And do you guys have experience with silicone, or have you worked in silicone? Or
I got into mask making, and I do know how like the process and how complex it gets with silicone, because silicone is like the top level of mask making, because of how the process is so complex with the bleeder holes and just time wise and all that crazy shit that you get into.
I know when you were explaining all that to me, because he showed me how to do it as well. We tried to make a mold for my mask, and it got all fucked up. The mold just got really messed up. It wasn't savable. It was just fucked.
Yeah.
So.
Oh man, that's half the fun, isn't it? Learning how to save the molds.
Yeah, exactly. It's a make it or break it type of deal. You know, do it right. If you don't, then it's completely fucked.
Oh yeah,
what was it? All over.
What was it? The method we did? Because it's the method we seen. Well, the method we used. It was with the burlap inside.
Yeah.
To add more strength to it, and everything we looked into, it wasn't saying to like moisten the burlap or anything. It just said put it in there dry, so we did, and it soaked up the like areas where the burlap was. It just soaked it all up, so massive bubbles in there. It was it was bad. It was really bad.
Oh man,
yeah. You want to get into it again, simply because
we want to make those.
You just need a 3D printer and a dream. You can make
Dude, that's becoming extremely popular now. It's insane.
Yeah, 3D printing.
Yeah. It's blowing up, and our previous guest told us that 3D printing has been around for a long time, and he says it's been, you know, it goes back pretty far back, and that was crazy for me because
Primordial Profiles.
Yeah, he said that
Ralph.
Yeah, Ralph, good guy, amazing artist. But he said it goes far back, which I didn't have. You know, I thought it was just a new thing that was going on, but he said
it was like in industrial.
Yeah, industrial.
Like it was in like large companies and everything. Yeah, commercial. That's what it is. What the fuck industrial? But yeah, it was commercial use only, like in the 80s and all that shit. I forgot exactly what year he specifically mentioned, but yeah, I'm stupid. So,
but yeah, but you got me thinking, like back like when you're talking about mold making. You know, it's been so long since, because you're right. Like silicone masks, you got to make the mold out of fiberglass or epoxy, and you got to have bleeder holes and bolt it together. But you guys were using like UltraCal, it sounds like, and
we were.
I don't know if you tried HydroCal, but that process is so much easier. And it's been a long time since I've done it, but I know that the HydroCal soaks up the latex quite a bit better too. You know. Yeah, really? but if you do HydroCal, I think it's like one shot. Like you don't have to worry about layering in like stuff. But then you got to be super careful with the mold, you know, after, because I don't think it's as reinforced. But you know.
Yeah, because we really want to get into it, but our schedule is so busy, and then space wise, I mean, you know how it is with plaster. It fucking makes everything white and. It was a mess here at the studio. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, that's the other thing with latex, man. It seems a lot messier. Just I don't know, like something clean about silicone. But so where'd you guys get your masks? Where'd they come from? You make them, or how'd they come about?
We wish. So they're. Should we see?
This is baby skin.
Baby skin?
You know how I got it? Funny story. It involves an emergency room, somebody giving birth, and me running in head first.
Oh, man.
No, really? You want to go ahead and do those first?
Well, so they're from Spirit. I've had this mask forever. I had it laying around, and he had the idea. He's like, dude, why don't you just use that mask? And I was like, oh, shit, I never thought of it. So all we did was it had hair on it, so we cut that off, and it had teeth, we cut that out, and I just pretty much did the paint job. And then with his is like way more custom than mine is, because his was it was called a stalker mask, and
it was when I first got it, it was called a Slenderman mask. It was just blank fucking head with just eyes. That's all it was.
Like so Michael Myers.
I thought about using Michael Myers, but I was like, he has a nose, and I don't want to have a nose on it. So when I seen that, it fit perfectly. And cutting, sewing, measuring, and everything, it was worth it. This thing fits like a dream. I just got to make it a little tighter.
Yeah, these are the original ones right here. They're dry rotted already. They're pretty much fucked. But these are the original ones, and we just have them here displayed.
Oh, sure.
Made with love, spit, and staples.
Yeah, they're just gross looking.
Yeah, they're starting to fall apart. It's all sticky. You keep touching it.
Yeah, I like it. But yeah, but how did you start? Let's start from the beginning. How did it go down, and what intrigued you into getting into mask making and so forth?
Oh man, so like in the very beginning when I was like a kid, you know, I was a monster kid, you know, I saw like I see monster movies, but I'd also see stop motion movies like Ray Bradbury stuff or Nightmare Before Christmas, and I set out to like make my own stop motion movie when I was a kid. And I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but like step one is, you know, sculpt the puppets, or you got to get the puppets to make the stop motion movie. And so I kind of got stuck in sculpting and making the puppets. And then I found, have you guys ever heard of Monster Makers, the website?
Oh,
that sounds familiar.
The clay, right?
Ever seen it?
The clay
the monster clay and all that.
The monster clay. You talking about the monster clay?
Yeah. So they
experimented with that.
Yeah, so that I think like when I started talk, I don't even think Monster Clay. Yeah, Monster Clay wasn't available at the time. Like back then, they just sold latex and like maybe you could get Monster Clay, but it was like just at the beginning of when they were coming out with it. But it was like you could get wed clay and latex from them, and they used to send out a book that was like how to make monsters. And I remember poring over that thing and trying to get into latex mask making. And yeah, that persisted for a while. So I made quite a few latex masks and broken a lot of molds. And like you guys, like like half the masks I made don't exist just because I could never get the mold to, you know, this was a long time ago, but I could never get the molds to work, you know?
Yeah.
So they'd crack or like you said, you have issues with the burlap, or sometimes they'd just be too heavy and I wouldn't even want to start on it. So like you get the mold together. Yeah. So.
I had 2 successful molds, so I actually did make a lot of masks like a couple years back. So I made 2 designs and they were successful. A lot of people liked them, and
oh, you actually have satisfied customers.
Yeah.
Aside from you being a hooker.
That's a good hustle right there. But yeah, it was fun when I was actually like producing masks and painting them and selling them. It felt good. People enjoying it, and I was going to Artbox, and it was just a different thing. You know, people weren't presenting masks, you know, like handmade masks. So that was a cool thing that I was doing. And then I had to stop because simply, like I said, it's the space wise and just space. Pretty much that's what it was. It was just space. So, but then we got into this, and ever since then we've been, you know, working on the podcast. So
really cranking it out.
We're trying. But I really want to get into it, and you know, for us to get into it to make our own fully custom mask. So
man, yeah,
we'll see what happens. So
yeah,
I have a bunch of monster clay.
Yeah,
I have a lot of it because I ordered 1 batch and one of the prop heads, and I ended up paying for double each of them. So I got 2 big old things for monster clay and two of the heads. 2 of the heads you can mold on. So oh fuck, all right.
Yeah. Well, what are you sculpting, or what are you going to sculpt, or did you?
I'm working on this thing. I'm trying to make my own.
I mean, we can bring it out. I don't think people have seen it.
No.
Is it heavy?
Grab it by the throat. You gotta really
manhandle that bitch. So
it's looking good.
It's essentially the same design he has on right now.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with it for a while, so it needs to be updated.
Yeah. The one you got on looks a little bigger than that one.
Yeah, it is.
Big old dome.
Well, I can't help it. I have a fucking melon head. I have a big head. It was funny because he says that he has a big head. He tried to put this thing on. It's still too big.
Oh yeah, that made me realize, like, damn, he does have a big
head. That was another problem. I think like some of my early latex masks, like this is going back a long ways. I feel like some of them didn't fit big enough. So yeah, you gotta focus on fit a little bit too. Add a little bit of bulk on ahead of time. You know,
thickness wise, and
yeah.
I think that's a big issue in mask making for beginners too, because I had the exact same reason. my shit obviously didn't fit me, and luckily the people that did buy them, they're haunt actors and they were small people, you know. So sliders, and it worked out fine. I really miss it, but we'll see what happens because I'm also getting into tattooing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to pursue that really, really bad. So
somebody has a question for him.
someone has a question for you. Go ahead, Mr.
Right.
Crude.
Wait, what is it?
Is there?
It says, wait, what? You can sponsor me with some of your masks to improve my work. Wow.
Yeah.
Having financial difficulties, I advertise your product here. I'm from Brazil. No,
I mean that's cool. Like you gotta add. Like I think I talked to that guy the other day. I forgot what his name was, but
This George Makeup Effects.
Yeah, there's two things about that request. Like one, it's really expensive for me to ship stuff to Brazil. Like it's like as you know, like all the materials are very heavy. And then the other thing is, I really don't have a lot of waste right now. I mean, we run the studio pretty tight as far as like new materials we're getting in and stuff we're using, and we don't have a lot of scrap. So there's not anything I have to donate. But I mean, like I'd keep them in mind. Like I think I followed whoever you are. I think I followed your page, and you know I'm gonna keep an eye out. And if I get something I can donate to you or figure out a way to get it to Brazil, I will. But
what's the furthest have you shipped out to, or have you?
Oh man, it's like all over. I mean, quite a few of our masks have gone to Russia. I don't know why, and then a few things have gone to Russia, Germany, Japan. There's an escape room in France, and they've been buying our old man masks. I think they use it for one of their characters. So occasionally I've been shipping old man masks to France, but not anywhere too weird. You know, they're places you'd expect, like Germany and Japan. Nothing's going to Kazakhstan. So
we want to go to, we want to travel out there to Germany or Japan. I think they'll get a kick out of it, but it's really expensive, especially right now. Everything's being overpriced simply because they're trying to recover from their losses. So it's really harder now to even go anywhere right now. Even in the States, it's hard.
Yeah, COVID's a bitch.
Yeah, it affected us. It fucked us up really bad.
It affected us.
It fucked us bad. So has that affected you in any way?
We're so far. Like I said, I've been making masks for a while, but it's only been the last 2 years because before that I was in the business world. But it's only been the last 2 years that I've really tried to take this as like a full-time job and push it. So as far as I can see, I mean, things are great. Our sales are growing. We're getting new customers. I'm loving the people that are buying the masks and the people that I'm collaborating with to make them. So I guess I haven't been around long enough to notice like a sudden drop or increase in business because things have just been going great that way. But as far as like the haunted houses I've been talking to, I'm really hoping a lot of them open. I don't know how it is out in California, but back in March when I was at Trans World, everybody was so excited about the season and everybody knew it was going to be a really busy year. But I've heard a couple haunted houses decided not to open, and I'm really hoping that most of them make it this year. Yeah,
over here they already opened up for 4 nights. They're opened up already. I believe Knott's. I think they announced it. I'm not sure.
Oh, they're open.
Are they already?
Not Scary Farm is open.
So things are pretty much open with Haunt Wise over here in Cali.
We're going to be going to Horror Nights.
Yeah. So hopefully I will go too as well.
We're going on the 22nd.
Oh, okay. So wow, right up next
October 22nd. So when we go, if he's able to go, I'm going to try to pimp him out. You want a good scare?
There you go. That's all
we charge by the hour.
But have you been to California?
Yeah. I've visited LA a couple times. Are you guys out in LA or where are you at?
Pretty much 45 minutes. So
originally, but we're close.
45 minutes to an hour, depending on the traffic. It could be 7 hours in traffic to LA or out, which sucks ass because it's happened to us before. But we're pretty much close to LA, so
It's fucked up because he's not kidding.
that's how it is. LA traffic, it's a fucking killer, and it sucks, and I hate going through there a lot. So we're close.
LA traffic can spread from like LA, like right in downtown area, out to like like a couple cities away.
Yeah, it's crazy how far out it could go from traffic wise. So, I just hate going through there.
It'll go from downtown, Whittier, Norwalk. Oh God,
pretty far out. But but
how bad?
Did you like LA? Did you enjoy being out here or what?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did. I did a lot of the touristy things. Visited like Venice Beach. Like it was a good time. Like I liked I definitely did like LA. I drove out there, so I liked the sightseeing too. I haven't made it out for horror nights. Is that a yearly thing for you, like that you enjoy going to, or how would you rate it? The experience.
Well, this is the first time I'm going.
Yeah, he's never been there, so
I've been to Universal, but I've never been to horror nights.
You're gonna get the virgin eyes.
My chair is gonna explode. It's gonna be blood everywhere.
But I really do hope I make it with you guys. So we'll see what happens. We try to go every year, but this either work schedule fucks it up, or money wise, or it's just always some bullshit that it happens. So yeah, we'll see. It's funny because throughout the month of October we do things, but the day of Halloween, I mean. It's I don't know. It's really weird.
Yeah, most of the time we just been like going out and about like this, and people just look at us weird.
Yeah.
Multiple times people enjoy it and they want to take pictures, but when we go into like a store, we get strange looks and like they have their phone with 911 already prepped just in case.
I've gotten fucked with cops already like 3 times and kicked out of places. So it's really interesting when cops try to like fuck with you when you're like this, because they think you're like the worst thing on earth, when I'm just literally walking around just kicking it, and
I'm just trying to make you smile.
Yeah, so it tends to happen from time to time with fucking cops. So
next time, offer him a hug before you get tased.
You guys remember a few years ago when there were like people dressed as clowns showing up everywhere?
Yeah, I've done that, and I almost got jumped a couple of times for doing that shit. Yeah, I remember one time there was like about 6 young kids trying to jump me, and my brother was there. Luckily, he was there to back me up on that situation. But a lot of bullshit has happened being as a clown, and no one likes clowns for some fucking weird reason. So
a lot of people are scared of clowns.
For what though? What do you think? What do you think people don't like clowns?
They don't know what's behind the face.
I heard that a lot, but like, there's got to be another reason.
I mean, childhood trauma, maybe. Like, it's like probably like childhood trauma. I mean, you have enough nightmares with a clown in it. I think that could do it. I think like my nightmares are all dark shadows, and I'm not fond of dark shadowy creatures.
This guy has those a lot too, shadows.
Yeah, but I wake up and they're still in my room.
Fuck.
It's even worse when they try to attack me when I wake up. So I'm just like, I get up like, what the hell's going on? And it's right there, holy shit! And it just lunges at me. So after a while, I'm kind of used to it.
Do you have any paranormal or strange or unexplained events that happened to you?
Man. So let me think about. I gotta think about that.
Yeah, because for me, it's I've had zero, and then most of the time I debunk them and I try to like confront them and see where they're at or what it could possibly be, and I mean nothing really that I cannot explain. So
he's like that guy in that show we watched, James.
Yeah. So I mean I don't know if you.
Up to you.
I feel like you have had experiences like that.
Paranormal experiences?
Well, not paranormal per se, but like something strange. You can't.
You ever
really
experienced some
explain
weird shit you can't explain? Like have you actually tried to explain something? You're like, huh? Okay, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Ah,
More like that guy. I'm more of a skeptic.
this, well, for you, he has crazy ones that he's told in the past about.
One of the weirdest shits that happened to me was I was by myself and my family left. I was inside the apartment by myself, and like you could hear people coming up the steps and all that shit. I didn't hear anybody I didn't hear anybody come up the steps, but I heard like did I hear something? I think I did. I don't fucking remember.
I wasn't there.
But well, yeah, you were hiding in the closet, jacking off, dressed up like Superman.
You good, Crude?
No, I'm not. No, somebody came up the stairs and they knocked on the door, and I thought it was my brother, my mom, somebody. I thought somebody came home, or maybe one of their fucking friends. And when I checked the little peephole, nobody was there. Like, all right, I'm just tripping out. Maybe it was somebody else's apartment. It was the next door. And it happened again. I didn't hear anybody up the stairs. And you could hear when somebody's running down the stairs really loud. And yeah, I didn't hear shit. And they just kept banging on the door. So finally I opened it up. Nothing. I looked over downstairs. Nothing. Like, okay, I'm
26.
I'm tripping out. Closed the door. And while I sat back down, started playing, I think it was Grand Theft Auto Vice City at the time. And I was just playing it. And then I heard from inside the house just boom, 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 boom. I'm like, no fucking way. I got up. I figured out I didn't know what to do. I grabbed the biggest knife I could. I just sat there like, dude, what the fuck am I going to do with a fucking knife? But I was just freaking out.
But hey, Crude, are you okay, buddy? I heard that you're freaking out.
Are you okay? I'm here to cuddle with you. It's okay. No, it was just really weird. I didn't have any way to explain it. I thought maybe it was a neighbor or some shit like that, but no, there was no way to explain that. Because you could, in that spot, it was like in the little hall. It was open. You could hear anybody coming up the stairs. You could feel somebody coming up the stairs, and it just didn't make any damn sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you have one or explanation or something you can't explain that's happened to you?
Well, I can explain exactly what happened, but it's not my.
Oh, what happened to the sound?
Hold on, bud. Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Hello?
See me? Hear me?
Oh, you can't.
We can kind of hear you just a little bit.
Okay, wait.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Okay, cool. All right. Still hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
perfect.
Okay, I've got a story I think you might enjoy. It's about my roommate, paranormal activity, in a house that I lived in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like I was going away for the weekend, and I had two roommates. One of the roommates, he stayed back. You know, like we weren't going to be back, and we come back Monday, and we go talk to him, and he's like, and the first thing he says when we go in the house is he says, "I'm moving out." You know, he's like, and I was like, and we're like, why are you moving out? And he's like, well, there's a freaking ghost in the house.
Fuck.
Yeah. And I'm like, what happened? You know, like, why are you moving out? Like, rent is due soon. And he's like, well, Saturday night I was sitting on my bed, right? And he's like, he was like, I'm laying in bed, and he woke up, and he sat up in bed, and he looked over at the edge of the bed, and he said there was an imprint, like where a butt was on the edge of the bed. Yeah. And he said that he left the house, and he hadn't been back. He said he came back just to tell us that he wasn't going to live in that house anymore. Now, I knew that Colin liked to get high, so I'm pretty sure he was just really high. Like, it's like, but it's like, you know, so I can explain that one, but that's the closest. But he believed it. Like, he actually did move out, and to this day, he thinks there was a ghost in that house.
So what'd you do with the rent? Did you have to pull it?
No, we just had to pull together rent. Like, that was the worst part of this ghost. Like, well, but here's my thing about ghosts, man. Is like, okay, so even if that ghost was real, like, it didn't hurt him. Like, have you ever known anyone where the ghost, like, why do ghosts never actually hurt anybody? Like, it's not like nobody ever ends up with scratches or anything weird, you know?
Yeah.
I actually have a story about that one too.
Okay. our buddy Bruce R13, great guy, amazing artist. The way he was explaining his stories is that he almost got raped by a ghost a few times.
Oh, it's like,
Just the way he put it all together, it just made it seem like he was getting raped by a ghost. So
it seemed like it wanted to just like get him on his back and like feet in the air, that type of shit.
there's a word for that, isn't it? That's like a specter or something, right? Or what's the word? What's the word for that? I don't know. It's like,
That's called a very lonely poltergeist.
yeah, poltergeist.
Man, we told him like, dude, did he rape you? Did he touch
Are you okay? Like
And-
they tried to say it was me.
and he's a heavy set dude, and I'm like,
Yeah, he's
"Man,
he's a big dude. Like he looks like he could take down some shit. Like he can actually, and he was a boxer,
he's a boxer.
so he knows how to throw his weight. He knows how to throw a punch. He's quick.
Mhm.
And when he was saying it, it's like, damn.
That ghost really wanted him, and it happened more than once to him. And yeah, just the way he was explaining, we just couldn't help but laugh and tell him that, you know, that comment like, hey, did he rape you or what happened?
I had to tell him I'm sorry because I was supposed to only go in there for pillow talk, but I ended up getting a little handsy with him.
Oh man.
But
No, his shit was really crazy. Speaking about the scratch marks, did I ever tell you about that nightmare I had where I woke up with claws across my stomach? No.
well, you
Yeah,
want to show some art real quick?
Oh yeah, I had a question about this. I know you guys do masks and everything. Please tell me this is a mask. It's a blobfish.
Oh man, it's not a mask. That's like we just make little silicone blobfish. Those things are pretty. Yeah, people love those things.
That'd be sick if it was like a cake or something, like a pastry. That'd be sick as
That
fuck.
actually looks like it would be.
Yeah, it looks like it.
It's a 3D rendering, but
Yeah, that one's a 3D rendering. That was like a scan of the sculpture, and I cleaned it up a little bit in one of the 3D programs. But
that's cool. So you just sell a blobfish just like that?
yeah.
I'm gonna get one.
How big are those? They look pretty like large, to be honest.
I mean, it's like they weigh about a pound, and so it'll fit in your hand. You know.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
heavy.
No, it's a good size.
Yeah.
It's a good size blobfish. I mean, yeah, kids love to poke it. People like to poke them or give them as gifts. Yeah.
So that's all silicone as well?
Yeah, we run them in straight silicone, except the eyes. Like I got hard little resin eyes in there. So
Okay, that makes
For
sense.
something like that, I mean, it shouldn't take that long to make it. But yet again, that's silicone, so I would think there's a long process with that as well.
so like because it's flat on the table, like you only have to do a mold that's like one part. So it, like, as you know, it's easy. Like the blobfish, that's one of the most affordable things on our website because it's like so easy to make. You just, you know, you fill the mold with the silicone. You don't have to seam it when you pull it out, and then you just paint it. You know, paint it and seal it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's how it would look on the counter.
Oh shit! Show the.
That's how it would look on the counter.
Dude, that's so
Yeah.
sick.
Dude,
That's sick.
that's funny as shit.
Thanks.
So, like, for something like that, how much do those run for?
Like I think $60 is what they're up on the website for. But hey, you know, the other thing is, you know, we can custom paint them. You guys want some little clown blobfish?
Dude,
Clown blobs.
dude, that'd be sick.
It'll look like you melted.
Yeah, I'll use it as like a paperweight or something. That'd be sick. Just to have it there, put my papers there.
But
Hey, so if anybody breaks into your house, you can just smack them with it.
Bam!
yeah, no, it's got some weight. You could get some weight behind it. But
Yeah, smack people with it, people.
so
Kill
like
them with the clown.
I was thinking about doing a mask like of that fish, but it's hard to see like how that would fit to the head I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think that would fit on a head? You know?
Yeah, I think
It would.
it would work. I can see it actually working because I mean, it already has human features in a way. It's just really fat and overproportioned.
All right,
I
so
can
let
see
me
it
ask.
like if it melted on somebody's head.
Okay,
Like,
here's the real moment of truth though. Where do you put the fins? Like, where do the fins go? You know?
We'll bring it up again.
Like, so yeah, you put it on a human head. That's the part that I struggle with. Is like, okay, where do the fins go?
So let's say, it's flat, and you will have to fold it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The way I Me personally, the way I would do it. Well, yeah. Me personally, the way I would do it, I would probably just make it seem like somebody's got an oversized blobfish and just pop it on their fucking head.
Oh, that too.
It would just like go down.
Oh.
And the fins will be like that and all that.
That's not a bad idea. So it's not like a mask. It's like, yeah, like kind of like
It'll be like a hood.
Like a hood. Yeah, like a silicone. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I love put the fins on the ears. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, that is one way to do it.
Honestly, I think it would freak people out. That's because the features are, you know,
the marvelous melting man.
Marvelous melting man. That's a nice
thing. The other thing is like I've been getting more of is I don't know when this like little fact got popular, but a lot of people, like every single person, and it's been like as I've been going to conventions, I get this comment more and more. Like people talk about how that fish doesn't look like that normally. Like when it's in the bottom of the ocean, it looks like a normal fish, and then when you take it up to the top, it deflates.
Yeah, because the gravity is so heavy compared to the ocean, deep in the ocean.
Yeah, because it's all the pressure. Just
yeah, it's a deep sea animal, but it shouldn't look like that. So.
Yay! Fuck, it's ugly. Hell yeah!
Somebody said the same thing. Somebody, I ain't your bro, said put the fins on the ears.
The fins on the ears. That's what someone else said.
Yeah, put the fins on the ears.
But I like his concept of it just being like a fish literally on someone's head.
Yeah, that's a good concept too. Like,
yeah,
there's a couple ways it could go, you know.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is like, okay, so we could not put fins on the ears, but like we could also make like silicone fin hands, you know. So then like he's got like a blobfish face, but silicone fin hands. I don't know. There's a couple directions it could go.
Yeah.
Yeah, go like that.
So we have the segment where I ask this one question. The question is, what are your top three sci-fi? It could be sci-fi, horror, or slasher film. What are your top three?
Oh, that's easy, man. Okay, like The Thing is coming in at number 1.
Yes.
All right, followed by Halloween 3: Season of the Witch.
Yes.
Yeah, and then we're going Psycho Goreman. If you've seen
it.
Yeah.
It's funny because when I ask that question, a lot of people have to think about it, and sometimes it's normally just one or two. When I add a third one, they're like, damn, a third one? I'm like, yeah, a third one. And they have to think about the third one because there's so many good movies out there.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's really good. That's Batman's choice. The Thing, dude, I love The Thing. I've always watched it since I was a kid, and I was always intrigued by the practical effects that they use and how real and how they made it work. For its time, you know, it was 1982, and they made it work, and it looked so good. And to this day, it looks awesome as fuck.
Oh yeah,
I didn't see The Thing until I was an adult.
It's so good. But you know, if you added a fourth movie, like that might make it a little more difficult even. But if I had to go 4, I'd probably say Hellraiser. Like,
all nice choices.
Yeah, there you go.
This movie making and Clive Barker's gonna be part of it. Clive Barker, right?
Yeah,
he's the one who made Hellraiser.
Series, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be a series on Hulu. So hopefully they don't fuck it up.
Well, you saw the latest one, right?
I haven't watched any of the newest ones.
Have you seen the latest one? Not the. I think it was the 2010. That one was fucking trash.
Was it Judgment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I started watching that. I think it was Judgment. I started watching one of them, the last ones, and too corny for me. I didn't turn it off.
Was it the one that we were laughing at?
Have you seen the latest Hellraiser?
I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I stopped at 2. I couldn't watch them anymore. Like, I didn't like. Well, yeah, I stopped at 2.
Yeah, they do get cheesy and off. It's just each one is different, and you get to see the difference between each Hellraiser and the concept.
Because it was never like Hellraiser 1 is not about like a slasher movie. It's about this. It's just this beautiful concept that, you know, like it's like I don't know. It's the actual story. I don't know how you guys feel about. Maybe they brought that back in later movies, but it seemed like they kind of were moving into the direction of like slasher stuff. You know?
Yeah. I think they were going. They were going towards more gore and like just over the top killings and shit like that. I mean, I watch them just because I need to watch them and then just put them in the library. So I just throw them in there. Even when I watch really, really bad movies, I just watch them just because I want to watch them and I need to watch them just to add it to the library. So
well, some bad movies are fucking awesome.
So bad that they're good.
Like, I've been trying to fucking find this movie, Nothing But Trouble. It was a weird fucking movie I seen when I was a kid, and I was like, what the fuck? It was just weird, just watching Dan Aykroyd as an old man trying to eat a hot dog was just weird as fuck. And I was trying to find it, and I can't find it fucking anywhere because my wife has never seen it. I just wanted her to see it because it's just so fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Nothing But Trouble? No?
No.
Oh man, you gotta see it. That's just weird. Hey, go for it.
So
This is a sculpt.
So your process wise, normally how long does it take you to sculpt something like this?
So that, like I probably picked away at that thing for like 2 months. Like I'm a slow sculptor. Like I probably, yeah, if I sit down and I like want to get through a sculpt, it probably would take me like 4 days or something. But I strung that one out over, I strung that one out over 2 months basically.
Which is good. I mean,
put time into it.
Yeah. And I've heard that, take your time when it comes to sculpting because you don't want to rush into it. And it applies to a lot of things such as tattooing as well. Just take your time, don't rush it. And if you do it, you're not going to get the best results.
What style are you thinking of doing? Are you doing like color, black and white, or American Standard, or which one are you thinking?
I was thinking about doing like New Age or black and whites. New Age, such as people do like graffiti font, like character, like cartoonish, bright colors sometimes.
So okay, I want to ask you a question, but I don't stop me if I'm like getting to like in your show, like.
No, you're good. No, you're good. There's no limits to dead laughter, so you're good.
So because I'm not trying to like make suggestions to the design, and actually I'm not. I'm just bringing up an idea. But and I don't know how this would work. But what if you took a tattoo gun and tried to do it on latex? Like I don't have a tattoo gun, so I don't know. Like could you tattoo up the masks that you got and like have some like sick tat up clown,
Well,
yeah, that's how you practice as well. Isn't it like a fake skin?
It's silicone, I believe.
Yeah, for the full skin. That's how.
But with latex, would that work?
Wouldn't that be the same shit?
Well, latex is it stiffer or is it softer? Latex.
Stiffer.
It's stiffer, right?
It's stiffer.
Then silicone.
Right. It's way
latex
stiffer.
is harder.
Yeah, latex is a lot firmer. Yeah, it's like latex is almost like it's like on the verge.
I don't think that'll work well.
I think it would. I think it would work. Knock it don't knock it till you try it.
I have no idea. Yeah, true. Good point. I have no idea.
That's really interesting that you said that though. I wouldn't even think about putting those two things together and. Wow.
You just gotta be careful. You might shred up the mask.
True, that's true. But
so then so have you practiced on yourself? Have you like tatted up part of you?
It's funny. I was gonna do that a few days ago, and then I realized I ran out of needles, and I was like, "Fuck!" Because I had the stencil that I made already on my leg, and I went to go look at my supplies, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm running out of fucking needles, and I have to go buy more needles now.
You're gonna tattoo his taint.
Ouch.
Using a hover over a mirror, just buzz away at it.
And yeah, until you said that, I never even considered that was a possibility.
Just free-handed. There's a lot of open space here.
No, I wanna dive into my skin simply because
gross.
This
Not
guy
you saying that to go along.
This YouTube guy I've been watching, he's pretty much like a mentor to me now. Just keep watching his videos. He says don't tattoo anybody else, if you haven't done it on yourself, and it makes sense because you don't know how deep you're going on and if it's working, So I really want to do my leg really bad. So I've been just really focusing on that because I really want to do it and give it a shot and see if it blows up. If it doesn't, oh well. I could say that I tried it and let's see if it works out. So Because he's done tattoos as well, right?
Yeah, I practiced, but nobody's willing to. When I started fucking with it, nobody was willing to at least pitch in a little bit of cash, just to help out with like the inks and whatever.
You even tell him like, hey, buy the supplies and I'll do it.
Yeah, I even said that like, okay, well, you give me the stuff, like I'll do the whole fucking shit. Like if you want me to do it, I'll be fine. But yeah, nobody was willing to do it. Everybody expected me to have everything set up. Being a broke ass teenager, that wasn't gonna fucking work. So I tried my best, but nobody really wanted to pitch in.
Have you? Go ahead. You're good. You're good.
So yeah, that's the other thing. Like I think about is like, like where you said like you're getting the money together for stuff. I wonder if you go to a tattoo shop if there's like good inks and bad inks. Like the guy like cheaped out on the inks, like, or is there just one?
If you order anything mainly from Amazon, yeah. If you go through like an actual tattoo shop or like website that only sells like tattoo supplies, then yeah, usually their stuff is more. It has a higher rating. It's better, but if you get like I think it's like a $50-$60 kit from Amazon. Usually the inks are pretty cheap.
I would think so. I mean, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Basically, it's what it comes down to.
Pretty much
with anything, honestly. I mean, is there goods and bad silicones out there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, especially like, like if you're getting stuff from China, like it's not even that much cheaper to get from China, but you can get weird silicones from over there. I mean, pretty much, yeah. I mean, I get all my stuff from Smooth On. That's like the best place. There's no place better. We use top quality medical grade silicone. So it's the only way to go. We don't, the masks you get from China, they're, I don't even know what they're putting in that stuff for filler.
So what does it tend to do? Does it tend to like break up easier or like not last as long, or what does it do that's
what I'd worry most about is it being medical grade, because you want the most pure like silicone, like you don't want any like thing in there that could like give you an allergic reaction. So like if you're getting pure silicone like the stuff we sell, there's no impurities in it. Like it's pure medical grade silicone. It's never going to cause anything like that. As far as like how long it would last, I would imagine if you put fillers in it, it's going to shorten the life of it. And, and I don't know, some of those places, they just use the wrong density, or they're just using weird silicones, maybe that are based on different chemicals than what we get from Smooth On, which is usually like a platinum cure, like super soft 0030 silicone. So, yeah.
Another question I had is, when silicone gets old, what does it tend to do? I've never seen.
Only thing I've ever heard about silicone is that it lasts longer than latex.
Oh yeah.
But when it does eventually gets old, does it break up? I mean, does it? I mean, because I know with latex it dry rots.
So yeah, latex will dry rot. But here's the thing: so silicone leaches oil over time. So it can leach oil and lose some of its like some of its suppleness, and it can be, honestly, silicone. Like what we're using hasn't really been around that long. So like right now there's estimates that silicone can last up to 50 years and still be usable. So yeah. So I mean, but a latex mask, honestly, there's not a lot of latex masks from 50 years ago, unless they were really, really well taken care of. I'm reading about like the Don Post like history right now. I just got this thick book for like, it's hard to get, but it talks about like the history, and like Don Post being one of the original mask makers, there's like nothing left because all the latex masks from the 60s are, they're rotted away, so.
Makes sense, because, I mean, this shit's fucking Donzo, and it gets gross. It gets, like right now I'm touching it, it's sticky and like.
That's fucking crazy though.
Gross. It's really gross.
That's crazy though. The lifespan for silicone, like 50 years, it'll still be fine. Reusable condoms.
True.
Silicone, reusable condoms.
Yeah, you gotta
remember to wash it. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
wow, I mean, crazy.
Like a lot of the people we're selling silicone to, they make like this time of the year, they make their living as haunted house actors. Like these are like the silicone they're getting from us. It's an investment. You know, it needs to last a long time. It's like a tool. Like you guys got your masks and you're doing your podcast. It's like it's like we're talking about with using the right inks. You know, you got to use the right stuff. You know, if you're a professional. So yeah.
That's true.
With this mask, surprisingly, it's really thick. But then again, it can still extremely dry rot at the same time as this. Simply because it's latex. So.
But you've had that for how long?
But not that long already.
Really?
Yeah,
I thought you had it for fucking years already.
Well, that's actually true.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually true though. I have had this for a long time, so it's really thick compared to these things, and this thing's already fucked, and I use the fuck out of it.
Oh man.
But
yeah, one of the other things I was reading about, and like I thought this was weird, but like back when latex masks first came out, like the thinner ones were the higher quality ones. Like people wanted them to be thinner because they thought you could see more through your face through it in the 60s.
Okay.
And then like over time, people started wanting thicker latex masks. And yeah, in silicone, it can kind of go either way. Like you really don't want it to be too thick. Like, I mean, a thicker silicone mask isn't like a sign of quality. You really want it to be as thin as possible and still be durable so that you can emote through it, you know, and that's kind of the balance that you try to find in silicone. You really want thin silicone if it's durable, you know, and if it's not too thin where you can see yourself through it. So
Wow.
for paint jobs, well, I mean, what kind of paint do you use?
So with silicone, you got to paint it like nothing sticks to it. You got to paint it with silicone, which means you're using like straight pigment mixed into silicone with special thinners, like you know, like this, like we use all the stuff from Smooth On so that it's all compatible. So we use the silicone dyes, which is pretty much just straight pigment, the silicone, the special painting silicone that Smooth On sells, and we'll usually use like a thinner from Smooth On. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I heard that only silicone will stick to silicone. That's the only thing I've ever heard. I didn't know about any of the rest of that. So that's fucking news to me. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, if you want it, I mean, if you're not, if you want a durable silicone mask, you really want to just paint it with silicone, you know.
Right.
So it's like you can paint it with other things and sandwich layers in, but if you're using it for a mask, the paint would just wipe right off, you know. So and even if you're using something else, you still encase it in silicone. So
Yeah, from what I've learned too with painting latex masks, my buddy showed me this, and I'm pretty sure other people use it. Then you get your acrylic paint and you mix it with a little bit of latex, and it tends to make the paint flex a little bit better with the movements of the mask. So
it's like I said, it's been so long since I've done that. Like I actually never heard that. Like I used to just mix rubber cement in with the paint when I would paint latex.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. You use that. Yeah, I can't. It's been so long. I can't even remember how that stuff ran through an airbrush, but I know it worked. Whatever, you know.
Through an airbrush. All right. My next question. How many airbrushes have you murdered?
How many? Oh,
20.
So have you guys murdered? I've got 2 dead posh H's that I keep meaning to fix. Like they're just clogged and they're like irreparable. Like, and then I probably like dropped an airbrush and ruined the needle on it, like, you know, a couple times. But yeah, I don't know how many murdered airbrushes you guys murdered.
When I was doing it, I was trying to get into airbrushing because airbrushing was like, you know, for small details, I really wanted to get into it, but it's just really fucking expensive. And all I did was traditional, just brush. That's all I really did. And you know, for my artist background, I was using a lot of brushes already, and I knew how to do thin lines because I also got into graffiti. And graffiti, honestly, it's been a big root to my art and knowing to blend colors and shades and thin lines and shapes and all this crazy shit. So graffiti's been a really big part of my artist career. So I'm lucky I had that as well, because he also got into graffiti back in his early days.
My early fucking days. So. Yeah, I was one of the kids that got started on all the shit very young. So include that. I was a tiny maggot. Yeah, same thing. My brother was doing graffiti. He brought his friends over. They would show me the piece books, and we would just I would see so much of their artwork, and I would see their big ass graph pieces on trains, on walls, and I started getting into it like that. I've never used an airbrush, never, not fucking once, not that I could think of, unless I was in a blacked out drunk daze and I tried one out. I don't remember any of it, but I never used the airbrush. Closest thing that I've ever used to anything like spraying paint would be a spray can. That'd be the only thing. Changing out the tips, making sure they're not clogged, getting paint all over my hands, all over my mouth, trying to blow out the caps and everything. That's pretty much my history with it. That's about it.
Oh.
Was there any other medium there ever want to get into? I mean, because sculpting, which is sick as fuck that you got into it. I mean, was there anything else you wanted to get into besides mask making and all that?
Oh, that's a good question. Man, I think like for silicone, like I think this is just like at the forefront. Like I haven't even been thinking about that just because I'm like all in, like just like there's so many things that haven't been done in silicone, and I'm like, there's just a lot of opportunity there. There's a lot of stuff I'm interested in mixing mediums together. Like I think there's a lot of room to like mix in foam props with silicone or do other things like that, or incorporate like 3D printing is kind of a trend right now where people are working in the computer and printing out, either molds that you can, either molds or the things to sell directly. And I think like resin printers, I don't know if you guys are into those, but they only just got affordable like in the last like 2 years. Before that, they were like inaccessible to everybody, and now anyone can afford one. It's gotten crazy. So
I've heard of resin printers. I never actually seen one like work or anything. I've seen like 3D printers where they do all that shit. I think only thing I've seen for a resin printer, don't they like dip it in or some shit? I don't even know the process.
Yeah, it's like a pool of liquid, and you got like a laser or an LCD screen on the bottom, and you got a plate. And I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but basically this plate is on the laser or the screen, and the laser is like burning the liquid in the pool onto the plate, and it's like lifting it up and printing it as it goes. So it'll, if you've ever seen a normal 3D printer, it's kind of doing that. Yeah, like reverse. Yeah, upside down in a pool of liquid and burning the whole layer. So
yeah, I mean,
what the hell was that?
Battery. Yeah, sorry about that. That was the battery saying you're dying, but we're good.
I'm dying.
Still got enough energy. We got about a few minutes. Is there any?
Jordan Jones said something. What's up, Jordan? Said, what about resin printing with electronic dynamics?
I'll be honest, man. He's got me stumped there. I don't know what I don't know what that.
That sounds out of my pay range.
It sounds complex. But yeah,
now you got me wanting to look up into this shit.
Yeah, we're down to
both of you.
We're down to a few minutes, like 4 minutes.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah. Are you guys upset I didn't show up in a mask? Was that a requirement for this podcast?
No, I mean
at first it kind of was, but then we just said fuck it. Yeah. Because not everybody wanted to wear one, or we couldn't hear them through it. So it's just like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
The artist is the main fucking part of the show. So you guys are the main part of the show. We get to talk to all of you. So
yeah, it's. We think it helps with a lot of artists simply because we don't talk a lot about our art and we tend to be shy. Yeah, like for me, personally, I don't like this fucker knows. I don't like doing things in public when I don't have this. I feel much better, and I'm completely different.
Talking about nothing long ago?
Yeah, I'm completely different when I'm not wearing this shit. I just don't want to like interact with a lot of people. But
stage fright.
Stage fright. I have stage fright, and the mask helps a lot. It's, I'm not me. I'm someone else completely, so it helps.
And me, I'm an asshole 24/7.
Yeah. Is there any shout-outs, any handles that people could reach you at for commission work, or any questions for you?
I mean, like shout-outs. Oh, like where to reach me, or shout-outs for other people, or which?
Well, yeah, shout-outs to people. Yeah, both. Both.
Oh man, now you got me on the spot. Like, I mean, I guess like there's like shout outs to the, like the sculptors I've been working with. Like we got Christian Hansen or Mark Alfrey, like there's a Just Us Monuments, like a whole bunch of places like that I'm working with. I feel, I'm there's a whole bunch of other sculptors and artisans I'm working with. But just shout out to all the people that have helped make this a go. And you can see all the collaborations and everything at savagesilicone.com. I got a shirt here, logo, but yeah, I should have worn a mask to this one.
No, you're good. You're good. I mean, you were traveling, so we understand. So
we have you on another time. Feel free.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come back for a second round.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I'd love to. You guys, this was a lot of fun. That was
we want to know the artists and for your fans and for everybody else to get know you in a personal level. So
yeah, and Jordan Jones actually followed up on that one. Let's see. He said incorporate things like, I just fucked up. Incorporate things like tubing with electronic inserts or actual mechanics underneath silicone to mimic realistic puppet-like movement. That'd be fucking crazy.
Wow.
like animatronics and stuff like that. So I think Jordan's onto something. 3D printing has just started too. And so there's definitely a ton of realms that I'm sure are being explored, and it's exciting. I think there's a lot of exciting stuff that's gonna be happening.
Yeah, because
give you some more ideas for your blobfish.
We just blobfish.
Dirty. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But that's it. I think we're already an hour. We're already an hour in, and
Oh yeah, real quick,
cool.
I forgot to say, for Kira, Dodie, mine's better. Sorry, that's for a friend.
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan Jones, as well as another amazing tattoo artist himself. He does a lot of crazy shit, such as blood paintings.
And he sent us a mystery box, and fuck, that was amazing.
Yeah,
that was awesome. Anybody watching, you guys can go watch that. It's the second episode with Jordan Jones. No, fuck that. I fucked up. No, what was it? It was Live with the Afterlife?
Yeah.
It was Live with the Afterlife, and we did a little unboxing with that one. So, yeah.
Check that out.
That was a surprise unboxing.
Yeah. But that's it. That's all the time we have for Saturday. But yeah, if you want to hit us up or people that you think will fit or would like to join in with us, just send them our way and we'll talk to them and we'll see what happens. So,
hey, man.
And if anybody watching this wants to send us any goodies, let us know. Let us know and just DM us. Just don't worry. We don't bite. We'll talk back. We're not going to be dicks. We are very professional otherwise. But yeah, if you want us to send us some crazy shit, we'll talk to you about it and we'll do an unboxing, all that shit, because it was pretty fun.
Yeah. So, thank you, bud. We appreciate taking the time for us, especially right now, how, like you said, we're traveling. So, thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
About you.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully you had fun.
Mm-hmm.
We did. It was fun.
Yeah, we're really getting deep into a lot of fields here. So,
no, you guys are doing great. This is good. Get the questions down. Just get the opportunity.
Like you said, people just come on and just be themselves. There's no limit to our podcast. So
unless somebody's gonna be a dick, a really a bad asshole for no reason, then that's different. But luckily, everybody that's been on with us has been fucking great, been fun, and just going along with every joke we do.
Yeah.
No matter how dirty. So it's great.
All right, bud. Well, that's it. Dead and laughing. Till next time, same day, Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So.
And anybody watching this on YouTube, remember, like, subscribe, play with our bells to stay notified. And every time you do that, he gets an electroshock inside of his colon.
No, he does.
Just remember that. Remember that,
because
it will help him pass a blockage. It's life threatening.
All right, but we'll be safe out there and keep on hustling and do your art, man.
Yeah, that's too, man.
All
right, man. Take it easy.